Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Dented Pucks. My name is Dirk, and as always, I'm joined with Tony and Josh. How's it going, guys?
Not too bad, not too bad. A little tired. Heading to Harrisburg tomorrow, and doing a blind sports speech and speaking engagement and demo there for some TV eyes. But yeah,
Nice. Okay.
yeah,
How about you,
that's
Tony?
it.
I'm doing pretty good. Got a day off of work and just getting ready for the playoffs for hockey. Uh,
Yeah.
Pretty excited that it looks like Utah made it. If I'm right, I think we should definitely pull up the standings.
Oh yeah,
Someone
we
should,
probably
because I
should.
don't even. I just know. I know the East Coast. Some of the East Coast standings, but I haven't paid any attention to the West
I don't
Coast.
know how many of Drew's teams made it. The Stars.
Oh,
The Stars for sure.
I mean,
I know.
isn't there like 28
Hey,
teams
Dirk.
Yeah,
anyway?
It
he
is.
likes like
It's
30. How many NHL teams are there? 30.
32, I
32.
think.
Yeah, he likes like 29 of them.
Um, he
Love
is
you, Joe.
not here. He is not here to defend himself, but this is about as easy of some swings as any hockey player can get.
Hey,
Um,
I'm not saying nothing I haven't said to his face or wouldn't say again. So
oh well. Before let's go over a couple announcements before we get into the playoffs. Yeah, no, our apologies for being a little late on this podcast. You're gonna understand if you don't know why. We're gonna unfortunately have to tell you why. Um, but we will be back on schedule. Starting with this, anybody interested in coming on the podcast, whether it's for a long episode or for an instigator episode, which is about 17 minutes, just a quick one. Please reach out. Either podcast at thedentedpuck.com or Josh at thedentedpuck.com or Dirk or Tony at thedentedpuck.com. So we unfortunately, while we were in Toronto playing International Blind Hockey Series, I'll get through this. One of the members of our community unfortunately passed. The Hadfields, Brady Hadfield's little sister Maddie, is a heart survivor and was battling her entire life. And unfortunately, while working out on Sunday while we were in Toronto, she unfortunately left us. The service was beautiful. Brady made this. Brady Brady dried us all up, didn't he? Like he
yeah,
literally stopped all of our tears. The sermon was about blind hockey. They used a blind hockey puck. And I mean, we're bawling. And I forget, and the it was Brady and Maddie's uncle giving the sermon.
yeah.
And the eulogy slash sermon. And
I think
and it
that
just I don't
he'd forgotten something, right?
well, I
He couldn't
don't know
remember
what
something, and
he
then Brady
said.
yelled out the answer.
But like in typical no nonsense Brady fashion, he just responded in the middle of like a sobbing silent uh,
Serious
uh
sermon, yeah,
church, and the whole congregation just burst out laughing.
yeah.
And then his uncle continued, and about a minute later, Brady does it again. At
And
this
then,
point, I'm like no longer crying; I'm just laughing, and we
yeah.
all are. I gotta look over to them. We're all laughing at
Yeah.
the same time.
No,
Um,
our hearts go out to the Hatfield family, and they're one of the greatest families in our community, and it was a major loss to
yeah,
our community.
they were very thankful for the support from everybody, from the sticks out to the reaching out to the flowers. They mentioned it. The transition here is the we are heading to see them in about a little over a month. Heading back to Hendy. Uh, if you haven't, I think registration is still open. I don't want to say that. You might be able to get your way back in if you want to. But we are lucky enough for Team USA, and I think all the blind hockey skaters to have power skating lessons on Thursday night. Um, and there's a new girl. Dirk, did you ever skate with the new girl from DC?
What was her name?
I don't know, but she played college.
think so. I think my wife skated with her in a women's skating league or something
That's cool.
randomly.
That's cool. Yeah,
I
that was
think I
one of
think I
those.
have. I forget her name. Honestly, I've had to memorize
Me
50
too.
new names since I got here to Colorado,
Oh
and
no, but
I've
this is a shot at Craig because this is about as Craig as it gets. So Craig's like, hey, like I'm doing international stuff. If I get like contacts stateside, I'm just gonna forward them to you. I'm like, yeah, dude, whatever. That works. So at first, when he forwards to me is some girl who saw him, on something. This was around book tour time. He forwards it to me, and I sort of reach out, and I was like, "So, where are you from? What's your experience?" And she's like, "Yeah, I played college club, and I live in the DC area." And I was like,
oh
"Craig,
nice.
Craig, you do realize you sent someone to me? I'm gonna send it back to you, and she's gonna meet you in person, right?" But yeah, supposedly she's enjoyed it. She signed up. She's coming to camp with us. So yeah, that should be
Okay,
fun. Um,
nice,
yeah, our other goalie coming to camp is Robbie.
nice.
I mean, dude, Robbie can push post to post perfectly one way and pushes post to like a foot off the post the other. Problem is he just can't see he's off the post. But
Yeah,
if you're shooting, he's square to the shooter. He's just not not tight to the post, so he'll get that dunked in the backside.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think we're down a goalie, so Robbie's gonna come and he's wanted to. I think he's probably still a B2. But he's got that type of RP. Like it's low. It's very low.
Yeah.
So I mean, he enjoys playing goalie and he wants to play at that level. So whether it's red division or national team when he qualifies, it's a way to get him in. And drum roll, Corey, drum roll. I'm not making you guys drum roll. Corey, add audio drum roll. We are officially announcing the showdown this weekend. We've teased it and we've half announced it. Registration will be up this weekend. The showdown is July 16th to 19th, basically that same weekend as it was last year. But everything else has changed. Not really. We are moving to a new rink, to Edge Ice Arena, which is in Bensonville. It's basically the same town that all the airport hotels are at for O'Hare. So we're saving on where the hotel we're working on a contract with has free breakfast, has airport shuttle. We might be able to get ring shuttle, and they have their rooms for those people that complained about the price of rooms last year. Josh got those rooms down from 300 to 250. So, however, the rooms this year are 144 a night.
Sweet.
And it looks like the Spring Hill Suites, I think it was. So it looks like it's the 2 beds and a sleeper sofa. And I was like, all right, Josh gets the couch. For those people that think it's funny, you don't know. I don't care, and I sleep on the couch more than I sleep in the bed. But yeah, so the blind part of the showdown is the blind part of the showdown. We are hoping to do 3 divisions. If you are a brand new player, we would love for you to come and come play in our blue division. But we are doing blue, we're doing a red division, we're doing a white division. We are going to have practice on Thursday night in 4 games. The same typical reception that we normally have. But alongside our blind hockey tournament this year, we're doing a 16-team charity tournament. Well, 15 teams and us, a charity tournament. The same way they do dog bowls. So essentially, we're putting out. This is a casting call. So if you play men's league hockey, you play beer league hockey, or you do BLPA and you have buddies, you want to travel, come play a tournament. Registration is $1,500 for a team, no matter how many players. The idea is your registration supports the registration for our players. We will have 4 different levels. Our Dented Pucks team will be hopping in the lowest level. But this is just a charity hockey event to come support and understand what's the word? Include you a little more into our community. Assimilate, I think that's right, better word. Assimilate you into our community. But yeah, we're expanding the showdown. We're looking for sponsors. We're looking for players. it should be a fun time. And Tony, have you played at Edge?
Oh yeah, that's where they did high school playoffs, and some high schools played out of there. I've played there quite a bit.
Nice.
Nice.
Drew's comment, because we were talking about funding today, is like we can't do the on the glass ones. You know how like Dog Nation, we put like at one year we put like paper, and we just did big logos on the glass. He's like, because it's stadium seating. I was like, all right, stadium seating. So yeah, I mean they've been awesome. They've been awesome top to bottom
Oh
for what
yeah,
we're doing already. Yeah, they've been great. So I'm excited. This should be a good step for us. I mean the showdown is the showdown. Not going to change. Um, but yeah, our hope is that we could grow our community, grow our supporter base. Our hope is that we have a couple of blind players that come to our event that bring their beer league teams with them. My calls out to my very gray beard Maryland roller team from 25 years ago.
And
Um,
is there something going on in DC on June 26th, something like that?
Dirk, you're the. It's funny because I was gonna half hint it. It is that weekend. Are you going back for that, dude?
Oh no, Kevin's trying to get me to go back, but I don't think I can afford to come back just for a
I
weekend.
mean,
But
if you go back, I'll go. It's the 27th and 28th. But this is the difference between Kevin and us is it's not confirmed, but
yeah,
it is like a possibility. So if you hear this, look at your calendar. I think he's getting 2 days of ice.
yeah,
Um. So yeah. And whatever group could make it. I think the original challenge was supposed to be Hartford against
Northeast
DC,
versus
or see like
DC.
the
Yeah,
Northeast against DC.
yeah.
Um. But yeah, like I have no problem. I have no problem going down to DC. Oh, by the way, I'll be a mile from your house on Thursday.
You, what are you doing down there?
It's the Maryland Sports Business Conference.
Oh, that's where you're
So
doing your speech. Okay, yeah.
no. Speech is in Harrisburg. So this is So
Uh,
this is. I don't know if it's more to get a job or for networking, but it's like all the major sporting teams in the area. So who knows? I'll
Sweet.
still be the coolest person in the room.
Nice.
Although I can't say
you're
it's
always the
great.
coolest
You're
person in
always
the
the.
room.
There you go. Nah, dude, I was walking up to 30 Rock for a Maryland alumni event. And I'm just like, the woman who's in charge of this is a reporter for NBC, and that's how we're getting up to the observation floor at 30 Rock for an event. I was like, but I'm still literally the coolest person in the room, as we all are in any room we walk into that involves intelligent people.
Yeah.
I'll leave it there, intelligent people. But yeah, it is playoff time. I went to look at my phone, and although the Devils I've enjoyed playing spoiler against the Red Wings, and I didn't talk trash to Adam and really should have. Um, I went to turn. I was gonna be like, I'll watch one last game of the season. I went to look at my phone, and it's 4-0 Bruins after the first period. And I'm like, yeah,
Nope.
we're done watching the Devils for this season. So I mean,
Did the Devils? They didn't make the playoffs, did they?
oh no, dude,
I don't think
we
so.
did. You did what we were supposed to do, and we did what you were supposed to do.
Yeah, I honestly didn't expect to be in the playoffs
You
this
didn't
year.
expect
So
much. I mean,
nope.
I
I mean, I
blame
still
Tony.
don't. We're a grind team, you know what I mean? Like, it's fun that we're going there. Like, I'm not complaining by any means, but
I blame Tony and everybody from Illinois that owns glassware for our
yeah.
season, because Jack Hughes grabbed the glass after a late game in Chicago, and
Did Tony pull up the standings yet, or no?
our season went down the tubes. Oh, I had it.
You have
Um.
them.
Oh, let's see. Oh, well, I have my doc that had all the stuff I was supposed to talk about. All right, so in the East is Carolina, Pittsburgh, and Philly. That makes me sick to my stomach. Buffalo, We all knew that. I knew that. You can't avoid that if you're a hockey fan. Buffalo, Tampa, and Montreal, and yeah, it's set. And Buffalo, and Boston and Ottawa. That's right. Because Ottawa,
Boston and Ottawa are the two wild cards.
Boston, Ottawa, 2 wild cards, which means you guys. I'm not doing the math.
Yeah, don't do the math. It's fine.
That involves me doing the math. Out west, I mean, Colorado. How far was Colorado ahead of everybody?
Oh my God, they were like 100
Actually,
something.
Dallas is real close.
Are they?
Dallas caught back up. Yeah, I mean, they came back down to earth. Colorado's got 16 losses now. At one point, their record was nuts. It's Colorado, Dallas, and Minnesota. Vegas, Edmonton, and Anaheim, and Utah and LA are the Utah and LA are the wild cards. So the Sharks just missed out, right?
Yeah.
84 points to 89.
Did you say the Blackhawks were in or no?
No.
No.
That's a good thing, though.
Yeah.
We want.
Drew's got nothing. He's got no Toronto, no Blackhawks.
He's got the Stars. He's got the Stars.
That's his only hope.
Well, but the Stars are like a legitimate real team for him because like he did grow up in Dallas and like so.
I'll give him that then, but
Toronto to him is like people being a Yankee fan, like a fair weather Yankee fan.
Yeah,
it's like the trendy fan to me. Man, we are dumping on Drew today.
Yeah, we are. I love you, Drew. Shoot.
Oh man. So Tony, who's your dark horse out of this group? Who that actually you think can do something?
Buffalo.
Do you really think they have the juice to go all the way?
They just have like a lot of depth.
They're young.
I don't know. Like you're saying like a dark horse, so you're not saying like who do I actually think is going to succeed? Like what do you mean by that?
This is your underdog. You think has potential?
Is what you're saying. I didn't expect Buffalo in that because I think it'd be tough for them to go all the way through. But no. I mean, go right ahead. What do you think? Go ahead.
I'll just say what I overall think of the playoffs, and personally, who I'd love to see do well is I have 3 teams that I like. Well, 4 teams that I like in the playoffs this year. I like Minnesota Wild. I really like a lot of their players, and I lived in Minnesota for a year and a half, and it's good to. They're kind of like Toronto, where they can't make it out of the first round. So it'd be nice to see them have success this year, this go around. I really like Utah. I had never been to Utah prior to us going, and that was a really positive experience. And going to the stadium and everything like that, and being kind of like seeing like how they operate before the game was cool and everything. So I'd really like to see Utah do well. I don't think they will, but who knows, because it's playoffs and quite literally anything can happen, from an injury to a team getting hot. Yeah, and they have a really good goalie trio, Mavalka. I think that's how you say his last name. They call him Veggie. And then I like the Carolina Hurricanes. I think that they make the playoffs consistently every single year. And I think that having that playoff experience year after year really helps probably boost confidence. I don't want to see the Oilers have success, if I'm not going to lie to you. I do like Montreal over, like they got a lot of likable players. I had the same skating coach as Cole Caulfield, so that's kind of cool. And he scored 50 goals this season and didn't have a single 51 goals and didn't have an empty net goal all season long. So that's kind of a cool stat.
That's a wild trivia fact.
Yeah. And
that's
a lot of his goals were scored on a Saturday.
That's like
Saturday's his day, huh?
that's like, what's his name? The dude on Anaheim that does Troy Terry doesn't have a check all season.
Yep. That's
I was
crazy
like,
to me.
how? I don't hit people. That's like me in NHL. Less than me in real life.
That's funny. And then, let's see. Although I like Montreal, I don't 100% know how well they'll do. There was one other team that I was thinking about that it would be cool to see them have success. But above all, Toronto missed the playoffs, and it's such a beautiful thing. And like, you never want to see somebody get injured, but I wonder if they would have been in playoff contention had if Austin Matthews went down with his knee injury.
Yeah, that was nasty.
That was a good thing. Anaheim didn't make it either.
Oh, they didn't?
No.
Oh, wow. Oh, you know, that's what I wanted to talk about. So I think the opening round in the Eastern Conference, I think Philadelphia is playing the Pittsburgh Penguins, so it's kind of like a new well, it's always been a rivalry, but it's a new heated rivalry in the
Revitalizing it, yeah.
Yeah, like reviving it, and like,
man, I would love to see the Bruins play the Montreal Canadiens. I haven't seen a Bruin Canadian playoff game since probably 2011, I think.
Well, hold on. Let's balance this out. So you guys would be no, you're not going to, because you're going to be playing one of the division winners, right? That's the way it goes.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it'll be Tampa Bay.
You would get the second division winner. So Buffalo's got 108, Carolina's got 111. So you would get the second division winner. So you would get you're probably going to get Buffalo. Yeah, that's interesting.
Interesting. All right. I don't think I remember ever playing them in the playoffs.
And it would be really cool to see a team like Buffalo. Buffalo's got to win a cup eventually. You know what I mean? Like, they're kind of like the Cubs.
Yeah.
And like for baseball, and they always, I mean, even for football with like the Bills, like they make it so far and they make the playoffs and then they just lose, and it's so sad, and the city just is so down on it. So it would be really cool to see the Sabres win the cup. But I also understand you're a Bruins fan, Dirk. So
you're not hurting my feelings. Like the Bruins always make the play. They made the playoffs like what 15 years in a row or something like that. So 13 out of 50. I don't know, it's crazy. It's pretty decent. It's been a good 15-year run for the Bruins. So yeah, I'm always happy if they make the playoffs. You know.
You guys had so many big name players like Patrice Bergeron, Chara. I mean,
I miss Chara. I miss the days of Chara. God,
Tim Thomas.
Crazy unorthodox style.
Yes, we saw you try to mimic that, Dirk.
I was doing a fantastic job, bro.
I saw you. So I've never seen. I mean, I've seen you on your back before, but not with goalie equipment on.
Not with goalie equipment.
That thing takes a dark turn when you think about it.
Yeah, it does.
No, I actually saw it, Tony. I saw some dude. I was scrolling socials before. I saw a dude. He was like, "Here's a take about Carolina," and I think he was right. So Carolina plays a lot like the Devils did back in the day, offensively. Like they just throw the puck at the net. They throw the puck in the net. They get rebounds. They cycle it back. And that's where they get so many shots. They are not a good scoring chance team. They'll get a good one or two scoring chances. And I mean, like, that was like what Natchez was good for. And, now all of them are gone.
Yeah, they have a counter. Their whole defensive scheme and offensive scheme was based off of their defense.
Yeah. And I mean, that's what I've noticed when it comes to the playoffs is because things are so tight that if you're smart against them, they're tough because you got to be able to put pucks in the net. And if you're not, and if you can't, if you're just depending on bounces, that's where I said, like, they got so many bounces against the Devils 2 years in a row, and that's why we had no chance. And the way their team was set up, we had no chance. But that's how I've seen them lose.
For sure. And I don't know, like they added some offense to their defensemen. They got Shane Gostisbehere and Keandre Miller. And so their team is built a little bit differently. In my opinion, they have the best defensive defenseman in the NHL with Jacob Slavin. And like, I don't know, I think just having that playoff experience is invaluable. And it would be really interesting to see where that could take them with having that much playoff experience. And they got rid of Brent Burns too, who was slowing them down, in my opinion.
And that's a tough conversation to have.
Oh, like with Brent? Like saying like, hey,
especially because of who he is.
Resign you. Oh yeah, I mean he's great for hockey. I mean his Iron Man streak. I think he's only, which is sad for me personally. I think he's only like 30 games away from breaking Phil Kessel's record.
Okay.
It might even be less than that now, to be completely honest with you. But if anybody would do it, it'd be cool to see Brent Burns do it because he is such a good guy and has done nothing but great things for hockey. And a lot of people don't remember, but he actually started in Minnesota before he went to the Sharks.
No, I do not remember that.
What do you think? Do you think Ovechkin's going to retire, Tony?
I
think he'll stick out another year.
It's really hard to say because what I thought was interesting the other night when they played Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh was kind of gonna give him like a hurrah at the end of the game and give him fist bumps or handshakes and everything at the end of the game, and he shook him off. So maybe he plays another year. I mean, it's not like he's not producing. He had like 30
he shook him off, really.
He has like 30 something goals.
Yeah, but if you look, I think he was on the ice for 30 defensive zone faceoffs all year.
Oh,
it's intelligent
the
and
liability
funny all at once.
Yeah, it's so crazy to me because he weighs 200 and whatever pounds. He probably has, in all seriousness, the least amount of like ice covered in a game, like every game.
Oh yeah,
like, he plants himself in his spot, and a lot of the goals that he's been scoring this year are actually kind of in front of the net.
Yeah, I've seen a few of them.
He's kind of changing up his game. I mean, obviously he's the best goal scorer of all time. Just off of numbers, I mean, he adapted. I mean, it's crazy because he literally stands in one spot and teams still can't cover it. And he's like it's like bait, right? Like they're baiting you to cover him, which opens up then the right side of the ice. But then the puck goes to the right side of the ice. Then it goes back to the top. Then it goes back to the right. And then it goes across. And by then, if the opposing team is in the standard, like PK coverage, that leaves him wide open again.
Every time.
It's just you can't cover it.
Yeah, and if there's one guy you don't want alone with the puck in front of the net,
Oh, I also was wrong. Anaheim did make it.
I was going to say I thought they were in like first or second for the longest time.
So they're at 90 points, and Utah's got 90 points. They're in the same division, aren't they?
Man, what a point gap from the West Coast to the East Coast.
But LA's got 89, so LA could hop. But I think Anaheim's clinched no matter what. What are the chances the champion comes out of the East?
They're going to beat the crap out of each other so bad. I don't think anyone from the East is going to be ready.
Well, there's so many really good teams out west, like the Stars and the Avs and Edmonton.
I just
Who does the
personally,
East have that's at that level?
the East in comparison to the West,
Yeah.
I mean, I think the East might be faster.
No, I'm talking about a team. Who would you, if you're picking favorites, would you put any teams in the East as high as the three of them? Carolina, maybe. Right?
Maybe.
Yeah, I was going to say Carolina.
Carolina, I would say
that's
Carolina is in that category.
But that's the only reason, like, we're all agreeing on Carolina. They've been there. They have the experience and the playing style. But
Bruins have the experience, but they don't have the depth to go anywhere with it. So Carolina is pretty much the only Eastern team that really.
Hey, in 2019, the St. Louis Blues.
Well, they were the worst team midway through the season.
Yeah.
Before the All-Star break, and then they just went on fire.
And I think I paid attention to that at like Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Finals.
Uh-huh.
That was the worst.
Well, that's how far out of hockey I was.
All the way to Game friggin' 7.
Talking about playoffs, how about watching Bruins? Tony, you weren't there the year that we watched Bruins Maple Leafs
in Toronto.
In Toronto with the
I
Canadiens.
was so nervous. Oh my god, I was terrified. There's no way.
And I'm just like, Dirk's being quiet and Cecil's gonna get everybody punched.
Yeah. I am like shitting myself because I'm like, man, there's no way. There's no way the Bruins, anything can go right for me when I'm surrounded by a bunch of Canadians playing the Canadiens in Game 7. Like, this can't be a good omen. But, no, man, was I cocky after they won, though. Let me tell you what. So I walked around town with a Bruins shirt. One Canadian's like, I wouldn't walk around wearing that. And I'm like, yeah, well, that's you.
I hope that it's a good playoffs. It's never disappointed me. I mean,
no.
Even if my team or the teams that I'm rooting for don't do well, I mean, it's still incredibly entertaining and fast paced. I know that McDavid's on a mission in these last 20 games of the season that he's played. He's been on a tirade. Like, it's been insane. His ability to skate past people and make them look.
It's stupid.
Like,
it's stupid. I don't get to see him that much live, but when you do, it's stupid.
Have you seen how many assists Pasta's gotten this year? Like, he hasn't gotten as many goals this year, but he's like second in the league, only to Connor, I think, in assists.
I believe it.
If I'm not wrong, or at least he was a week ago when I watched a game when they randomly threw that out there. I could be wrong.
Let's see.
But Pasta's got like, I forget, I thought it was over 50 assists, but maybe it was 50 points total. I can't remember.
All right, assist leaders. Connor McDavid's got 86, and he's tied with Kucherov.
Okay.
Pasta is 6th.
Or maybe it was total points. Was it total points?
Well, Pasta's 6th with 70 assists. Let's see points. McDavid's got 134. Kucherov's got 130. And Pasta's got 99.
Okay.
Get over that.
I could have sworn I heard that he was higher.
Oh, he's got 100. He has some points in tonight's game. I know that to be true.
Yeah.
He's broken.
Either way, he's had crazy number of assists this year. Like, he's just, I don't know. He's really gotten in. He's just always in the right place, the right time.
Speaking of assists and goals and everything like that, like I don't have the authority to to squash this beef between the San Jose Sharks and the Chicago Blackhawks. But as a Blackhawks fan, I think Celebrini's better than Bedard right now in their careers. I think that Macklin Celebrini might end up being a Hall of Famer.
I mean, it's not saying that Bedard's not going to be, though.
Yeah. No, I mean that's true. But I listen to other podcasts and everyone's like, "Oh, Bedard. He's better than Celebrini." And then the other podcast is like Celebrini's leaps and bounds ahead of Bedard. But what needs to be taken into consideration when you're having this conversation is look at who Macklin is surrounded by in comparison to who Connor's surrounded by. And it is getting better. And my prediction for next season is that he reaches 100 points. This guy that the Blackhawks drafted this past season is named Anton Frendel. He's played about 10 NHL games. He's got about 12 points.
Nice.
Chalk that up to being a point per game player or a little bit over a point per game player. That's a 100-point season. It's at least an 80-point season, and that's tremendous growth.
Yeah.
It would break my soul and my heart if Connor Bedard doesn't re-sign with the Blackhawks. But it's his team now.
Yeah, there's no reason for them not to. They gave the keys to him. They made that. They had that pick. They won that pick somehow. They won the Bedard sweepstakes. I mean, he's just what is he, 5'10"?
Yeah, he can't be much taller than that.
I mean, what's Mac? 6'1"?
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Yeah, that's a big, and it's the same thing with Jack. You saw Jack coming into the league, and you could see the skill, but you could see he just didn't have the physicality. And when he finally figured the physicality, look. And I think it's the same thing was that when Bedard came in moving so fast, it was such a good shot that he was able to get a lot in the beginning. Once they got some book on him, they learned a lot more how to slow him down. But, he's going to come back. He's got too much skill not to.
Yeah, and I really, really am excited for the future of the Blackhawks, and I think that within the coming years they're going to be a pretty dangerous team. This year, there's not a lot of incredible free agents out on the market, but it doesn't mean that trades can't happen, and it also doesn't mean that the Blackhawks won't win the lottery again. They have the second best odds. So, would I do cartwheels down the street if the Blackhawks get the number one pick and take McKenna? Yeah, it's Bedard's cousin.
That would be interesting.
My fear is that Vancouver wins the draft lottery and that Bedard signs with Vancouver because he's from there.
Well, I mean, it's not like they didn't just lose somebody.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, and that's another conversation that we could have right now. Does Quinn Hughes resign with the Wild if the Wild don't go deep into the playoffs, or does he go and play with his brother?
I think Billy Guerin's an idiot if he doesn't re-sign Quinn this summer.
Yeah, I think so too. But I mean, it doesn't. If you think about it, isn't the one who's holding the deck of cards Quinn in this situation?
Oh, it's always been Quinn. Remember when we were at World Juniors, there was a level 5 coaching clinic put on by USA Hockey, and Billy opened it. And I'm sitting there going, don't do it. Don't do it, because they started asking him, because this was about a week after the trade and like a week after they announced Team USA. And I literally had my quote, because it was like, Billy, I grew up in New Jersey in the 90s. So this is where this is coming from. I was like, as an obvious Devils fan who grew up with you, you made this trade. Did you think at any point you were going to have to think about what's going to happen with him interested in moving to Jersey. And like I didn't have the balls to ask it because I didn't want to put him on that spot because it's the one question that nobody really asks because he got him for a year and a half. But if you're not going to do anything with him and he's just a rental and you don't win a cup, that was worthless.
I agree.
So I mean, I think the one thing Tom Fitzgerald did smart before he left was he made sure Luke and Jack end on different years. That was the sticking point between him and Luke all summer, was that Luke, it wasn't money. It was Luke wanted the same amount of years to end with Jack. And they said no. And the reason that he wanted it was the reason the Devils said they couldn't let it happen. So, I mean, we'll see. The other question is at the trade deadline, what do the Devils have to give up?
Well, I think he's a free agent this summer. Is he
not?
No,
next summer. No, next summer. No, they got him for another year.
You talking about Minnesota has Quinn for another year, or Jack?
Yeah. No, oh no, Jack's got like 6 years and Luke has 7. No, Quinn signed through next year.
Oh,
it wasn't just a 2-month rental.
Okay,
I'm almost positive.
That's kind of what I thought it was, but I have been wrong. I don't know. It's 2 firsts and a top-end prospect, in my opinion, for Quinn Hughes.
Yes, after the 26-27 Winters contract expires. And 26-27 season. Yeah, next year.
Yeah.
Let's say get him for another year then.
Yeah, no. If they didn't, that's when it would have been a crazy trade. No, that's why he has control, which is why this summer is really important getting him signed. Because you can get him signed, then you've put a kibosh on the whole idea.
Yeah. Well, either way, hopefully Quinn Hughes is just like, yeah, I don't want to play with my brother. I'll play for the Blackhawks.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that first line defensive pair. Thank you. And power play pair.
Yeah. It would be really cool though to see New Jersey get him. It really would be cool to be the New Jersey Hughes.
It would be cool while they're in their prime.
Yeah.
As opposed to doing like what a lot of the other families have done is when it's kind of all over and it's not like that's what they want to do. They want to get together and win a cup together. You can understand it, but it's one of those that you can understand why everybody else has to push against it because it's a lot. I mean, it's the same thing that happened in Toronto. It's a lot of money that's going to be tied up in 3 players.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. Because look what happened to Toronto.
Yeah.
And Paul also, it just creates friction, in my opinion, in the locker room when the money's not dispersed evenly.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, but here's the thing. If that team is built the way that team is built at that point, and there's no question as to where the money's going. But yeah, who knows? I mean, that's right now. Jack's making $8.5 a year, I think.
Oh wow!
Yeah, they signed him early. They got crap for signing
him. Insane bonuses and everything like that, though.
I'm sure, but Luke's making more than Jack is. It's just that's just when the contracts happened.
That's funny, but not at the same time. But they're both really solid players, and it's going to go good for New Jersey in the future. And they're going to shed contracts when they can and pick up new players when it's time. I don't know. I want New Jersey to be good. I want New Jersey to be good because I want you to be a happy person, Josh.
Yeah. No, I mean, There were reasons. I mean, one of the top 5-10 players in the league was
Yeah, I
out
miss hitting your team,
for 30
Josh.
games. Yes. Dirk, I missed your team that was supposed to be bad.
Yeah, no, everybody hates my team. It's good. I like it.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. They are my worst nightmare of a team. They are my least favorite team ever that I've ever had. The Bruins, the Red Sox, the Celtics, everything. However,
I love my Boston's.
Don't forget the Patriots.
oh
You
yeah,
gotta
no,
love the
that's
Patriots.
the
How can you
worst
guys not
one.
like the Patriots in the age of Tom Brady? Oh man.
Oh, it was the worst.
What a great 15 years it's been for New England sports.
He's got a face for a cushion for a face.
Yeah.
So I got a question for you guys. It's not necessarily relative to what we were talking about now, but like, what's your guys' interest in hockey cards? I
I
know
used to have a bunch years ago.
I
like,
have some. I actually moved my baseball kit. There's some in there. But no, I had a lot I did a lot of baseball. Then went to hockey for a little bit, but never really got deep into it.
for sure. It was, we haven't talked about him on the podcast before, I don't believe, but I got a good buddy named Luke who's from Minnesota, and he's came and watched us play at Hendy, and his mother's going visually impaired, and he's a good guy, and he understands our situations well. When we were in Minnesota, Dirk, Dan and I went over to his apartment to hang out, and he showed us his hockey card collection. And
He's got tons.
He's got a wall like with Connor McDavid's Young Guns card, Austin Matthews Young Guns card, like every big name guy that you can think of over the past 20 years he's got, and it was really cool. He ended up giving Dirk and Dan and myself some hockey cards, and I was
Super cool
wondering
guy.
if you wanted to share your experience with that, Dirk. And
yeah, no, he totally gave me he was looking for old school names because he's younger than me, so he's like, who's your favorite player? And I'm like, Cam Neely. And he's like, second favorite. I'm like, Ray Bork. He's like, oh, you like the old guys. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I'd still look for
know
Patrice.
Those guys. They're in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, they're not that old. Yeah, I guess they're old. So I was like, I'd settle for Patrice. He's like, how's this? And he gives me a freaking Wayne Gretzky card just randomly. And I'm like, that's freaking, it's pretty cool, dude. Like, I haven't collected cards in a hot minute. I used to have all kinds of them, but for the life of me, I don't know what happened to him.
He's a really good guy, man. And, I'm hoping that he has the opportunity to take a day off of work and come watch us at Hendy. And, like, there's such a thing called Minnesota nice. And,
we experience that every time, man.
Every time. And, I didn't really necessarily have an opportunity to talk about it earlier, but I would just like to say, that I love the Hadfield family and everything that they're doing for blind hockey. And it truly is a major loss to our community. And, I'm sending all the love and all the prayers to everyone in Minnesota and this community to, get through this together. And that's one of the things that, with this community is that we are working through things together, and we are all going through an experience that is tough. And it's nice to have people like the Hadfields and Luke and, that they, want to see us enjoy our time and with this hockey and grow this hockey. And, I think that can be said for a lot of the people and families who are in this communities. I just want to see it continue to grow.
Honestly, that's probably the best place we can stop. Leave it with Tony's inspirational quote.
Do you want to do a teaser for the next episode or no?
Oh, I think the teaser for the next episode is the fact that I've been staring at a shirt hanging out of your dresser all episode.
Oh, it's fine.
No. I was making. It took me about 5 minutes to make sure
that
there were
particular dresser
boxers.
won't close. It fell over the first day I was here somehow, and now the drawers. If I push those drawers in, watch, I'll show you.
I'm sorry.
Are we off the books now?
It fell over.
No, we're still on the books.
Oh, we're still on the books.
Oh, now they're gonna. Now you're not gonna. Now you're not gonna open on me again. Oh, here they go. It'll do it eventually. If I sit down, it'll open back up on its own, and they all just pop open and stay open. So
we're gonna watch Dirk's ghost drawers.
Yeah, but yeah, no. I mean, I guess
it's that light air you got up there in Denver.
Yeah,
I see them starting to move.
Dude, are they? They are, aren't they? I'm telling you, I'm not crazy. They'll move.
Yeah. So yeah, just keep an eye out for Showdown registration. It'll come out if you are a beer league player and you're interested in hopping on and joining our tournament. Please feel free. We would love to see you guys up in Minnesota. Send the Hadfields your well wishes. They really appreciate everybody that reached out. It was awesome having everybody here. Dirk, you want to send us off? Tony, you want to send us off?
You got it, Dirk.
Yeah. So also next week or whenever we get a chance to get these guys on, we're trying to get a couple of guys from Team World on for our next podcast, so we can go over what happened with the first Team World event. So that should be fun.
And I'll have a very good slideshow of the dumbest play I've ever made.
Sounds good. But yeah, we want to thank you guys all for joining us for another episode of Dented Pucks, and we look forward to seeing you guys in the next one.